The British government is bracing millions of people for the possibility of tax rises, something which could break key election pledges made by the Labour Party. It comes amid ballooning government debt and falling productivity levels, though critics say it is a masterclass in managed decline. Now we have NTD's international correspondent Malcolm Hudson with more.
Britain's Chancellor paved the way for broad tax rises later this month. Rachel Reeves gave a highly unusual speech 3 weeks ahead of her autumn budget. She's seeking to brace voters and financial markets for the likelihood she will break headline Labour Party election promises not to increase income taxes or sales tax.
The continual threat of tariffs has dragged on global confidence, deterring business investment and dampening growth. Inflation has been too slow to come down, as supply chains continue to be volatile, meaning the costs of everyday essentials remain too high. And the cost of government borrowing has increased around the world, a shift that Britain, with our high levels of debt left by the previous government, has been particularly exposed to.
Reeves provided no details of what taxes she plans to raise, simply framing her second annual budget as one of hard choices to protect government spending while reducing Britain's debt. Conservative Party leader Kemi Badenoch said Reeves gave, quote, a laundry list of excuses.
What we got was a masterclass in managed decline. A Chancellor claiming she was just going to set the context, but instead of clarity, business leaders are none the wiser, investors are confused, workers are anxious, because the truth is Labour doesn't have a plan to get Britain working again.
Economists have estimated that Reeves will have to find billions to plug a black hole caused by U-turns on welfare cuts, promises to increase defence spending and increased debt interest costs. The UK's national debt is now at $3.8 trillion. British government borrowing costs are the highest of any major advanced economy. Meanwhile, the budget watchdog, the Office for Budget Responsibility, is expected to heavily downgrade its previous forecasts for the UK's productivity. The left-wing Resolution Foundation think tank, whose former head, Torsten Bell, is now a minister advising Reeves, predicts Reeves will need to increase taxes by $35 billion, having previously raised taxes in October last year by $52 billion, the largest increase since the 1990s. That burden fell mostly on businesses, and Reeves said at the time the increases were meant to be a one-off. Some business leaders said further tax rises would slow economic growth, saying the previous budget meant people were spending less money, something that can have the knock-on consequence of lowering the government's tax revenue. Malcolm Hudson, NTD News, UK.